Yeah.
All right, on the second part of this talk, I'd like to share with you some of the project that I have experienced in the last few years working at the career manager and lecturer at UNC Charlotte, and it's called the Team TED Talks. And this is a project-based learning for computer science students. So the questions that I've been pondering a lot in the past few years is how do we prepare our students to be future ready? And the future is the changing future. So this question is we don't have a definite answer. We can only try to figure out different way that we think would be best for our students. At our college, our dean vision is a T-shaped talents, and it's how he envisioned that this is how we should prepare our student for the changing future. So he have been asking us to figure out a way to implement this idea, make it to come true, and help our student practice a T-shaped talent. So T-shaped talent is basically consists of two parts. Not only is have a depth in expertise in computer science, but also have a breadth in cross-domain skill set. And this is increasingly important at many disciplines now in the industry, having multidisciplinary team and working with different people. So in his mind, the T-shaped talent would have is a well-rounded individual. It's not just focused on one thing, but rather a multiple of things, and therefore possesses a multitude of skill set. So we're talking about teamwork, we talk about communication skill, time management, and ability to communicate both in writing and oral communication. And at the result, T-shaped talent tend to work better with people. And so we want to train this model of students. So we try to develop T-shaped talent in a CS seminar course, which I am leading in the past few years. And the way we do it, we want to have students participate in a collaborative project to emphasize teamwork. We also have them to find solution to a society-driven challenge. So you can think of it as a TED-like sort of solution. And finally, students should be able to communicate to a general audience about their solution and their idea. So you can envision at a talk. And we use video to recording that talk. So in summary, we're gonna have a Team TED Talk project to accomplish all of these objectives. So Team TED Talk, or T3, here is some of the numbers of the Team TED Talk. We have been running the project for the last 4 years, and so far 1,400 students have been participated in building Team TED Talk, and together they have created 325 videos on 12 computing topics. So let me show you a few Team TED Talk that developed by our students, and it'll give you a good idea what it is Team TED Talk's about. Oh, and before that, I like to say that this is a coordinated effort. So I was not the only person who organized everything, but I rather coordinate effort from different. So I have team of teaching assistant to help me out with the students. We have a group of faculty member who help consult the topic for the student, and we also have some help from the industry partners. We have a business partner program, many of them actually our alumni, and come back to help mentor students. And so this is definitely a work collectively, and I just happen to coordinate this effort. So let me show you a videos now, and this one is made a couple years ago on cybersecurity. So we'll take a quick look.
And that's when I say, Professor Nguyen is the best. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Oh, hi there. Well, my name's Matt, and I'm Jason. And we're here in cyberspace. But now, Jason, what's cyberspace? Well, I'll tell you, Matt. Cyberspace is the area in which all the data in the world goes across from computer to computer. All the data in the world? That must be a lot. It is. How do we keep all this safe? Well, you see, we have different methods such as encryption in order to make sure the data isn't taken by the people who shouldn't have it. Encryption? Jason, can you tell me more about encryption? Yes, I will. Encryption is what keeps all data out in cyberspace safe and out of the hands of those who should see it. Encryption is the displacement of characters in a sequence with other seemingly
So you can see here our student be able to try to convey a complex issue in cybersecurity and privacy into an easy way to understand and to kind of entertain to trying to understand as well. And many of these students have a natural acting ability, as you can see, but many of them actually have a bit shyer, and I actually give them different way for them to build their TED Talk as well. So some other teams that build animated TED Talk. So I'm going to show you the next video to show the animated TED Talk here. So it's about serious game, and the student here actually provide a pretty good solution for serious game. So let's watch the video.
Hey there. Most of us love playing video games, but not many of us really play serious games, as in games that are designed with the intention of improving some specific aspect of learning. Like, come on, when was the last time you played a serious game? Serious games are a great tool to be used. They are used in every level of education at all kinds of schools and universities around the world. Even in military training, healthcare training, corporate education, and in many other aspects of society. According to a research report by Ambient Insight, the serious game market is expected to reach $8.9 billion by 2017. Though the popularity of serious games have increased over the years, it's still relatively a small industry compared to the larger game industry. There are challenges that are present within the subcategory of serious games. Even though it's closely becoming a $10 billion market, not a lot of people know about it, giving a perception that the concept of serious games is a dead end. So why aren't the vast majority of our society not using serious games as an educational tool? And that is where the problem lies. How can serious game designers create a serious game while maintaining its educational and recreational qualities to appeal to a broader audience? Defining the usage conditions of a serious game is an important factor that designers really have to consider when making the game. They also need to define the interactions that the player will have within, implementing the appropriate playable interface. Now, this may seem like an obvious concept, and you would think that serious game designers are able to do this, but it's easier said than done. And in this aspect, the game designer needs to clearly define their serious game, be it a simulation or a strategy game, to understand how they should be engaged. Many would find that serious games lack the fun aspect of the game. Serious games run into this problem of not being playful enough for the player to be really engaged. To solve this problem, there is a process called gamification, which means turning a learning process into a game. Basically, the game designer needs to apply typical game elements into a non-playful context. This approach will help encourage behavioral changes and to develop new habits as it becomes more engaging. Adding an award system is a prime example of gamification. Things like badges, progress bars, and leaderboards. Things that we are already familiar with in the games that we play now. Take Nike Plus for example. Nike basically made a game out of running back in 2006. It's a system that allowed people to track, share, and compare exercise results while earning fuel points. The inclusion of gamification with Nike Plus has incredible results. This sense of achievement to gain fuel points increased retention rates. The Nike Plus membership base exceeded 11 million people in the course of 7 years. Though this isn't exactly a video game, this comes to show that gamification has the potential to raise engagement when applied to any non-gaming setting, and of course, serious games. Recent studies have shown that gamification has already seen widespread positive impact on student outcomes. Serious games have become an essential tool for many industries, and the use of serious games in gamification are now at a remarkable global scale. With serious games taken in the right direction, and an ongoing advocacy on promoting learning, serious games will hold a future in the way we educate society and future generations. All in all, the power of serious games is that they put you inside a world, and you see that world from an inside-out perspective, and gives you the potential to solve real-world problems from that perspective. And that dynamic is powerful, because it is something common to all games, and something that almost anyone evaluating the success of serious games could understand. So what serious game will you play next? Thank you for watching.
So you can see that within a few minutes, student was able to convey a lot of information. They find the problem, they identify the solution, and they communicate in a very effective way. And they actually take in pride so that they want to get the credit as well. And so you can see that they are very, very well made, and it's a basically collaborative effort of many students here, and they have some disclaimer as well of the video that they use for educational purposes.
Nice.
So I thought that was really inspiring videos, and we want our student to be able to think about it this way. But throughout many of the video that students make over the year, we come down to a few lessons that we learned from the Team TED Talks. And so today I'm going to share with you a 3 value that we learned from running the Team TED Talk project.
Mm-hmm.
So number 1 is Team TED Talk help inspire purpose in our students.
Mm-hmm.
And we picked the topic based on some community driven challenge. So students can really think about what they really care about working on, and then use that as part of the topic for the Team TED Talk. So in order to do that, we make a very broad guideline on how we want the Team TED Talk to be. So we want to make a TED-like video that changes the way people think about a topic in computing. And students can pick different topics that they care about.
Mm-hmm.
So think about CS education system, cybersecurity, game design, like you see earlier, robotics, and so on. I forgot to mention the cybersecurity video that one student actually dressed up as a pirate to explain the concept of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
So privacy. So you can see if students be able to go to great length to help make this kind of video, I think we have very motivated students to do that. So they have a shifting in mindset of our student in this project, and we try to make sure that this is not just about pleasing me at the teachers. And it's not even about knowing all the right answer. In fact, coming to the project, students barely know any right solution at all, and they're gonna just gotta go research and go find the answer. So no pressure to them at the beginning, and they can learn to grow as they go. And it's not even about getting good grades. Grade wasn't the big issues, even though it should come at the result, but we want to make sure that students be able to focus on something else but grade as they build the project. So what we're trying to do is the shifting from the teacher center into the student center model. So if the project should be about solving a problem, finding a problem in the world and solving it. It's about serving a given audience. So the student typically target general audience, but sometimes they can target very specific group based on the interest of that topic. And finally, it's about learning by doing, reflect, and then repeat. So there's some iteration students go through, revising the video, edit the video, making it better, iterate through it. So these are the kind of lesson that we learn. And students seem to be a lot more motivated, follow this guidance instead of trying to get good grade or find the right answer. The second thing that the Team TED Talk really added to the student learning is embrace collaboration. So we give students a long period of time to work together as a team. Now I mentioned as a team and not in a team because a lot of students complain about working in the team. They just trying to coast through and trying to do some work, but they wasn't working at a team together. There was not really a lot of collaboration going on. So with the Team TED Talk, we want to embrace the collaboration in the team, and we give them a 10-week project to work together at the team. So the first week, students gonna spend on identify the team member. And the way we do this is we ask students in a survey on identify what they care about in the list of the topic, and then we match together different students having similar interest in certain topic while having a complement of skill set so that they can get them together. And they have to write a proposal document to basically declare their team, what is the contact information of the team member, what meetings can they meet, and what time of the week, and also some of the steps they think about achieving for their video. So this gives them a very solid document and contact information and meeting place for them. And then the first couple of weeks, they're gonna try to find the solution in that topic and also identify some possible solution or come up with a solution on their own. So they can interview their peer, they can interview other professional they know, their friend, their relative, some professional in the field. they actually can also make appointment with our faculty members, so there's some interview to get some information and solution for their talk. So that you can see some collaboration with people outside of their team as well. And next, the video production take a few weeks to do, and typically they can start very flexible time, but in the guidelines suggested from in the weeks 6 to 8, they're gonna do some video production after they learn the research script and they know what to say. And the video production again gonna be taking multiple of skill set in order to build. Some video to know how to hold cameras. It's very important task that people can direct different pieces of the video. There will be people to do the noise, the voice. There will be people who know how to edit videos, and people also to make it interesting, have a story writing. So that multiple skill set go into the video production here. And the last couple of weeks, we have the team reflect on the process that they learned. In fact, we ask the team to have a weekly report so each other can know their progress, and they have at the end have a chance to write a reflective essays on how they're doing in the team and also how their teammates are doing in the team. And we also have a group voting mechanism that vote for a representative video within a lab. So our seminar break down to multiple labs. Each lab have about 5 teams, and they can vote among the lab to select the best video to go forward to represent their lab. So students feel like not only they get to make a video, but they also vote for the better one. And of course, they cannot vote for their own video. So the other peer be able to evaluate and vote for whatever video that represent them. And on the last week, we'll have a competition where all the best video represent their lab gonna come together for a competition to have the top video. So every year we have about 40-50 videos each semester, and that's what the competitions is for. Now, having this collaborative timeline is also need a mentoring system to support our student around it. And so we give a team opportunity to work with their mentor, their professional, and the faculty member. And we suggest 2 meetings, so we give them some sort of guideline to contact professional to set up meeting, ask them questions, and also update them on the progress of the video. So we have 21 peer mentors. So these are the students who done the video in the past and want to help out. These are the teaching assistant of the class. And we have 16 faculty sponsor. These faculty take time out of their busy schedules to sit down, talk with a team representative to consult them about some of the information they will talk about in the videos. And also we have over 30 industry professional, and as far as the professional, we have an industry partner program, but student also can contact any professional they know that they think will be helpful for them. So we don't have exact number, but it's in the 30s plus. And then we also, within this project, we'll be able to foster some of the collaboration between our college and different company in the regions. And they was willing to help to give advice to students on how to work effectively in the communication. So how do you send email effectively, how to meet effectively, and how to kind of present yourself on the social media. They also help the team to work together, and so they can show the team if you have some team dynamic or problem. These are the moment where the team can ask questions and see how to resolve their conflict. And so we'd be able to host a few industry panel to help the team to work together better. So that's collaboration. And the last thing I like to talk is the value of the Team TED Talk is that it celebrates the progress of student make. So we assess the progress a student made through different stages in the project. And the first week we're gonna evaluate, we grade their proposal report for only 10%. And again, they can always come back and change it as they go because we don't assume they're gonna be a static one. The research script also a very important component, and this is a serious writing assignment. They have to write all the script things that their character want to say in the Team TED Talk, and based on the research that they find, so that 20% in week 3 to 5. Around the end of week 8, we're gonna have the videos due, and we also provide students with the problem-solving rubric so they can follow on how they describe the problem, how do they find the answer solution with some credit and vision, and also how their storyline goes smoothly. So that takes majority of their grades, about 60%. And at week 9, we also take important in their reflection essay. So these are things that they write about their teammate. And that was 10% of their grades. So if there are members in the teams that are not working together, there will be some reflection to reflect that, and that we can kind of learn from that accordingly and see how they was able to work together throughout the semester. And for the final round, we give extra credit for the top video that make it to the final round. And sometimes they call it throwing like a pizza party or some reward to help the old lab for working hard that semester. So with this progress throughout the progress, and we don't wait until the last minute to grade them because we want them to work along together. As far as the competition at the end of the semester, we have a college-wide event. And students now, when they come to the final round, they get a chance to pitch their video to a panel of judges, faculty member, professional to talk about their topic. And the videos are judged by the faculty and professionals. Students actually take the video beyond the course, and the skill set that they learn in the course that was able to apply to a few things that they do afterward. Number one is the summer research. Many students start interested in the research topic and was able to talk to a faculty member who happened to do that research topic. So they can make some connection, and some of them end up pursue summer research with that faculty member. So I thought the project creates some gateway for students to connect to the faculty member. We host a hackathon, student center hackathon, and ability to make video, ability to find solution problem together and describe them in the way that easy to understand. Help our student win a few hackathon by making video, or at least present the idea to the audience. And also, the very important step is they can put their experience in the resume. Because these are a project that are involved in, including teamwork, communication skill, and they have a video to show. So that's very important to have some element that can be demonstrated to the interviewer or company. So it's also good during interview, they can talk about the project, just like how I talk about that now. So those are the really good element. But there one element that actually in my inspiration is when students think about this project beyond the grades and so on. So let me play this short video that student reflects on this.
I think the biggest aha moment for me in this project, that moment of inspiration, was when I realized that what I was doing was something I was passionate about. Not just something I was doing for a grade, but I genuinely wanted to look into this topic. I genuinely wanted to meet with my group and develop those skills. I think that's something that students and professors should strive for, and I'm so glad that I got to experience that in this course.
So you can see the student go beyond the course and talking about things that they actually want to do. So that creates some good inspiration for me and other students as well. So moving forward, what we're planning to do with this project is that we plan to create video to empower high school and even K-12 teacher to help their student to create content that they're interested in. And I recently received a C grant so that I can hire students to help me develop this sort of a website portal for helping teacher to create video content and activity. And we tailor to see how we can promote computational thinking in their curriculum. Secondly is that we think about integrate some gamification factor into the video. So make it sort of a community challenge and make it fun, integrating quests and experience point for our student or a reward system. And then we also want to adapt it to more courses. I've been talking to other faculty members who teach freshman courses, and they're very interested in this idea. So last year they have hosted video competitions using some of the lessons learned from the Team TED Talk on other majors. So they was having a learning community video competition in the spirit of the Team TED Talk. In the future, we want to also expand it into other computing courses, like the data structure. They can make videos on addressing some different data structure, algorithms, even software engineer at the end that may be able to make a video to demonstrate their project. So there are a lot of potential for this Team TED Talk to expand in the future. So Team TED Talk is one of the project that I involved at UNC Charlotte. I simply show you a few more projects that I involved here, and these are really exciting projects for me, and I hope to be able to continue to utilize my strength and skill set to the place that I'm planning to go next. And so I'm so glad to get this opportunity to share that with you today.